to me nice. Talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes. Don't let it fall on me. Say you a good guy. Make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it. I wanna see it. See how. Rewind. When we rewind, it feels so nice. We time. You, I know how to make me feel right. I can't help how. Got this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk. You need to say less to me. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way. On my way. Why you blushing? Yeah, sweet concussion. Oh, you miss my touching. Good to show me something. Give me more than one thing. I need more than less than I do. Say you a good guy. Make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it. I wanna see it. See how. Rewind. When we rewind, it feels so nice. I can't help how. Got this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk. You need to say less to me. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already.
Hey everyone, there we go, everything's working fine. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Fibonacci extension levels. It's rare that we talk about these, mostly because a lot of times they will tend to end up just being part of another level of resistance, so they can kind of be a little redundant on your charting. So you might have a level of resistance here, but then somehow the Fibonacci extension level kind of matches it. And it's kind of helpful once beforehand, but usually once we've had this much choppy weather, all of the lines are kind of there, if you get what I'm saying. So we're going to be looking at it on the daily chart, weekly chart, and even the monthly chart here, because they all actually have some pretty good information for us as far as if we do manage to break out over the next few weeks here and try to get back above that 200 daily moving average, because that's really what's going to get us back to being bullish here, not just breaking back above that 20-week moving average here. What's going to happen here is we're going to have to break above all those Fibonacci levels. So for now, let's actually go over here, and I'll make a tutorial on this if you guys want it as well. It's a pretty simple thing to do here. I recommend having the magnet on, but you don't have to. You find a trend, click on it right there. You go to a high, then you find the pullback right here, and you can actually see on the daily chart here, we ran right into this Fibonacci level right there. We weren't able to close above it, but then you could also see it was also the 50-day moving average and the 20-day moving average, which is why I haven't been bringing it up in the past here. But so far, if we do manage to break out here over the next few days, the next price target is going to be most likely up here at about 44,300, and I think that's realistic, mostly because, again, I'm still kind of in the camp that Bitcoin is bearish. I hope to be proven wrong, right? Technicals saying one thing, and I'm just kind of bearish on Bitcoin right now. But, well, on the other side, there's not many other places you can put money at this point in time because all the markets are the same way. But yeah, so the next level is going to be somewhere around about 44,000, a little above that, okay? Now what we're going to do is actually go over here to the weekly chart. And we're going to go to last summer's lows, going up to 69,000 and pulling back to this drop-off point here. And you can see kind of actually in a similar way, you can actually see the top that we had right here. Again, does it really matter? I mean, it does if you're looking at Fibonacci levels, but what was also there at the same time? The 200 daily moving average. And what's right here at the same time? The 20 weekly moving average here. And that's what's been stopping us here. So our goal, again, is to break out above the 20-week moving average here and the 20 and the 50 moving average as well here. But you can see that clear Fibonacci level. Once we broke down, once we found this low right here, this has been a pretty good level of resistance. Resistance, not support down here, but that's fine. Broke resistance, broke out above resistance, hit resistance again, came back down, and now we're back at resistance here. So the weekly chart is actually one I've been using here a little bit more often. And then you could also go for different levels in the weekly chart here, guys. Let me see, get out this one. Now, it's not going to make too much of a difference here, but if you want to start off at the trend over here where Bitcoin really started to gear up, you can go to where the trend started all the way back up here to 69,000, excuse me, coming all the way back down. And then you can see we ran right into it up here as well. We barely broke out above it, but it really didn't do much because it was just that close here for the weekly chart. And if we go over to the daily chart, you can see we barely broke above it, held it for just a teeny second. Then after that, it was resistance for us here. It was not the best for us as well. All right, but let's go over here very fast. And I think you could even go back further in time if you wanted to. I think I could adjust this one to all the way back over here. It doesn't have too much of an impact here. You might see it get, now we never broke out above the Fibonacci. We just got close, depending on how you kind of tweak this here. But most of the Fibonacci levels, most of the math that's done in these calculations is done from this point right here onward down, and just a little bit kind of grazed over there. And then lastly here, guys, when we go to the monthly chart, this one's a little bit more interesting. Those two levels we can do this for just because we can use a lot more candles, right? Go down here. This one on the monthly chart, look at that. Resistance, resistance. And so far, we're trying to find support on this line. It's not working out too much for us as far as support is concerned. But we're hoping to have a stronger move later on, right? But there we go. And then I think I can actually add one over here. I think the monthly one did make a little bit more of a difference here. Yeah, there you go. It was just a little bit more precise on the top side, but nothing too crazy. Anything else right here? Yeah, oh, yeah, that one's even a little bit more precise than the other one. There we go. So we are hitting some levels of resistance. We are having some trouble here. It's nothing too bad, guys. But at the moment, there's also that hidden Fibonacci level there, along with those moving averages right here. And that's going to complicate things for us a little bit. I still think we can actually break out above the 20 and the 50-day moving averages here. I don't think it's going to be too difficult for us. My thing is, I don't know if we break out above this, are we automatically, does that mean we're going to be breaking back above the 200-day moving average? That's where things get a little bit more complicated. We have an opportunity to, but you saw how this breakout up here, this nice rally, how fast all of that excitement just kind of drained back out as we came right back down to these levels here. But if you guys want to start nibbling again, or I've still been nibbling through this whole process, I bought some more today on the nibbles, larger nibbles, I guess you would say, but still, a few $100 I spent on crypto today. A couple leverage longs just in case something does happen here later on today. But, I'm optimistic that we can break out above these moving averages here and at least try to get back up towards $44,000, $45,000 levels. If we're able to do that, then you might start seeing people get a little bit more excited here, especially since we're going to be back above that 20-week moving average here, which is that really big, annoying part for us right now. We're trying so hard to get back above it. We haven't even tapped on it just yet. The level for it actually right now, guys, is 42,451. It's getting there. It's getting there. We kind of hesitated yesterday, didn't really do much. Now, if we're just going to go up, hold, then kind of bust through, that's what we're kind of betting on at the moment here. So if you guys want to take some opportunities to buy, this is probably your last chance before we attempt to make a move. Whether we actually get past the shorts, that's another question. We'll see how that works out. Again, there's a lot of resistance here, a lot of resistance. Okay. Pop this back up here. And we'll talk about more about that later on. Fibonacci extension levels are pretty useful, especially I use them when I trade Apple quite a bit, actually. Okay, there we go. Pop that right there. So hey, everybody, guys. I hope you guys all having a good day. The questions were pre-approved. Oh, see, that's good. I was wondering about that as far as the Twitter thing was concerned. And hey, Jim Bob, OXT looks like it wants to do something. What's OXT? OXT here. Yeah, it did have a little bit of a move here. It looks like it kind of got shorted back down in a hurry. I wonder why they didn't let it run up a little bit more. I'd be watching this in the 50-day move, the 50 moving average here, and the 20 moving average. 20 on the 15, 50 on the 5. You might be able to see a nice little pop up there. Yeah, that would be kind of interesting to watch, see how that pans out. There's been a lot more volatility in the market over the past few days, though. Everybody's hoping, right, that we can make a stronger move up here. And then we go to Bitcoin right here. I guess probably the 15 is a little bit better here. Let me go over here. So, no big news about Twitter today from Elon. That was something I saw as well. I woke up this morning and I actually overslept a little bit here. First thing I did was hop on my phone to TD Ameritrade, sold my Netflix puts, made a good profit. Somehow it worked out for my benefit by sleeping in or oversleeping. But then I know Bideford just told me that there were no Twitter questions allowed for the Tesla earnings report, but Tesla did a good job on earnings. I think they made up the losses for today. I don't think they actually did anything above that here. We can actually take a quick look at Tesla. Tesla, yeah, made up the losses for yesterday, for today, basically. Jumped back up. Somebody made some good money if they bought some puts here, but the earnings results for Tesla were doing pretty good, and it doesn't seem like they're having too many issues here as far as the manufacturing of the cars because of everything going on in China and so forth here. All right, but let me actually let's take a little bit of a look over here about what's going on throughout the rest of the charts. There's Bitcoin there, Ethereum still not doing anything here, just kind of holding along here, waiting to get back above the 20-day moving average or break down below the 50-day moving average. Doge still looks strong. It hasn't had a drop like a lot of other coins over the last couple of days. It had an attempt to break back above the 20-day moving average, failed here for the last like 2 days in a row. Maybe it'll try for the third time in a row here. It's trying. You guys can see that somebody is loading up on Dogecoin kind of quietly. You guys see those little bumps every now and again that somebody's just kind of trying to buy this bad boy up, buy this bad boy up. Anything that buy the bad boy up right there. So somebody's buying some Dogecoin here, probably for a longer term hold, of course, because they think this may go up in the future. Because usually Dogecoin's pretty difficult to swing here, right? Back over here to Matic though. Matic looking actually for that opportunity to have a good breakout day where it breaks above both the 20 and the 50. Unfortunately, did have a death cross here, but what's what happened? I guess yeah, death crosses do have a little bit of an impact, but the larger ones seem to be back over here with the 50 and the 200. ADA still holding up against the resistance of the moving averages there. XRP looks fine, still trying to break out and probably have a move that's closer to about 80 cents or so. So 4 cents a share. That's not bad per coin. Oh, Luna. Luna bounced back up. Luna looks like it wants to have another bounce back up here towards $105, back up towards that old level of resistance here. I have some. I'm probably going to sell it around $105, maybe $110 if it really goes up that high. But I'm hoping that I can actually make a boom here. That's one of the coins I bought today, hoping for a larger move. That's a leverage play, though. What is it? SHIB right here. We don't need this old SHIB level of resistance for us. Got a nice little pump like a week ago now. Really hasn't done much since then. Still holding over the 50-day moving average, and the 20-day moving average really isn't having any impact on SHIB's price right now. Kind of just consolidating here. Most people buying SHIB at these levels are probably just the long-term holders waiting for a boom to happen over the next few weeks, right? EOS still looks fine, looks strong. Looks like they could have another pump up later on today. Ethereum Classic, we can get rid of some of these older trend lines here because they're not as useful at the moment. That's fine. We don't need that breakout there anymore. We can actually see if the Fibonacci extension level actually works out for this one here, but I don't know if it actually would. Yeah, that really hasn't come back up enough yet. You might find some level of, you might be able to get it back up to $40 here pretty soon, though, if it does make a run. Anything with DOT, really? I mean, DOT could have a 2-3% day here, maybe even higher if it tries to get back up here towards $21. So not too bad for DOT. STMX is down 2% here. It's at an old level of resistance. I'm still holding my STMX here. I'm hoping that I can go up even higher over the next week or so. Anything else here? If you guys want something that's undervalued, I think FTM is probably going to be your best bet if you guys wanted to put some money in some RSI wise, anything wise, like just it's due for some type of pop here. Everything else has been able to kind of consolidate, make some stronger moves back up over the last couple of weeks. This thing has come down, 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 down. But that doesn't mean it's out of the game here. I think there are buyers ready to kind of pump this bad boy back up, and then you'll probably see people start to sell off here around $1.43, which will give you guys a really good profit if you guys wanted to look at that. ICP, it hasn't hit another all-time low here. And usually when it does that, if it finds a way to have a quick rebound after Bitcoin kind of settles down, I would only be looking at this as maybe some nibbles for a longer term hold. If you wanted to do that, maybe you could try to do a swing trade. Looking at a death cross here, last death cross we had did lead to some nasty stuff here, but I think that's just because it's ICP, and ICP does nothing but fall in the long term here. Everybody is kind of hoping it's found its level of support, and now it can kind of go back up over time. Because if we go over here to CoinMarketCap, well, actually, we can just go down here and scroll down for it. Where's ICP at? ICP is all the way down at 37, but it's still at 37 if you think about it. With all the crypto coins, it's still number 37, which means it can definitely go down more and more and more over time. But there is going to be a point where people just stop stop selling it, and people think, oh my god, this is undervalued and this is too good of a deal. I can't, I can't not buy it here, and that'll be what drives it up. Oh, it looks like Theta Network is actually up for today a little bit, and Cake is up a little bit today. So it looks like today is going to be an active day for day trading. If you guys want to give that a try, again, paper trade if you're not comfortable with it. Anything else here? Link is set at old level of resistance here. We can actually get rid of this right now. Actually, I'd be more inclined to see if it gets back up here towards $15.31. You're going to see smaller gains here, guys, like up here. That's a 9%. I mean, it's decent. You're going to be hoping for that over like a 2 to 3 day period. So, like, 3%, 3%, 3%. Litecoin, anything going on there? No, this breakout already happened a while ago. Just kind of hoping that this thing can start making a little bit of a move above those moving averages here. The 20 seems to be the level of resistance for it. And Elon coin right here, I sold mine off yesterday after the pump. I told you guys I had bought some over here, just kind of waiting to see what happens. And you had that perfect opportunity right there on the bounce. You had another one right there. You had another one the day it actually, yesterday when it did pop up here. And it definitely did make a good move here. I sold out every single penny of my Elon Doge. Doge Elon, excuse me. But I sold out every single penny of it. I will look for another opportunity to buy it in, but the same strategy with STMX. When I buy it low and it pumps up like crazy out of the day on one random day, that's it. I'm out. I took a big cash of winnings and I pump it up to the side and I put it into longer term investments like Bitcoin, Ethereum, you name it. I just kind of toss it into more of those more reliable coins. But okie dokie here, guys. This is really going to be a big day for Bitcoin. We didn't make it. We didn't break out above it today. If you guys were watching the 24-hour stream, I got an alert that we were tapping over this line, and I was like, okay, sweet. Maybe we can actually break out above it. We hit it. We hit it. We hit it. We never got back above it, and shorts came in right then and there and just took us down for a little bit before we had time to consolidate. And now we're trying round two. I think round two is going to be much more optimistic than round one. Usually, the second try is usually a little bit better odds than the first try. Third try is even better odds than the second try because that wall is getting nibbled down each time. Whittled down each and every time that we get up to that. To right now, that 42,100-ish level, if you will. But okay. Pump this up right here. There we are. Hey, David. Oh, what's going on with SafeMoon? Oh, SafeMoon is over. It has been revealed as a scam. Oh, I never bought into SafeMoon. I know one of the old moderators from back last year did. Dream Visions. He raved about it because I know people made a lot of money off of it in the marketplace. But I guess if it's a scam, I'll have to do a video about it because that's interesting right there. I never bought it, but it seemed like there was a crazy fandom on Twitter online that really did like the coin there. And what's it there? Hey, Babyfish, happy to see you back as well. What are your thoughts on SafeMoon? Is it over? Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know. I haven't looked at any of the articles, but if I'm trusting David on this one, it sounds like it was a scam because I've heard those reports for a while now that it was a scam. What's it here? Hope all is well. Thanks for the Netflix. I made a good 1,000% profit. Hey, Morgoth, no worries. Thanks for taking the call. I will do more breakouts, guys, in the future. More breakdowns and more earnings. Play YOLOs. That one was good. I made 1,300% profit on the options from yesterday on Netflix puts. I I need to find a way to get YouTube to tell you guys that my stuff is live. So make sure you guys have that bell notification on. I think what's happening is I've been talking with a few other people that have crypto channels. Since the interest in crypto is so low right now, and even though I'm talking about options and not crypto, YouTube isn't sending out crypto stuff because they believe you guys aren't going to watch it. And so they're not really notifying you guys out for all of the crypto stuff that I'm posting or all the option stuff that I'm posting, which is kind of annoying. But once, I think if we're able to break out, I think there'll be a little bit more interest and maybe the algorithm will kind of shift here a little bit. Most of my time over the last week has been doing some stuff to think about if moving about to either Belize or Colombia. I'm still like 80-90% sure I want to move to Belize, but Colombia is kind of creeping into my mind now. But oh, and I've been working on I'm making a longer tutorial for you guys. It'll probably take a month before I end up being finished with it. Here it is. I'm making a trading guide that goes over crypto option stocks and kind of going into the nitty gritty stuff. Like we're going to learn about stocks, how to trade them, options, how to trade them, crypto, how to trade them, everything from candlestick patterns to chart patterns to Gann, Fan, Gann box, trend regressions, Elliott waves, indicator strategies, everything that I kind of know, but I don't really need to bring up an average stream just because it's not really important. It doesn't have a purpose really in crypto sometimes. You know, everything from algorithms to exchange offers to dividends to leverage with the best platforms, all that type of stuff. Charting platforms like TradingView, right, or screeners like Finviz, all the type of stuff, or even the screeners that are built into TD Ameritrade. Even if you don't want to use them, you could still use the screeners, right? So goals, that's going to be you, the 6% that actually succeed in the market here. And it's surprising a lot of you guys are still here. A lot of people were only in Dogecoin or some of these coins over the past year to make a quick buck, and a lot of people lost money because they didn't trade properly, they didn't have those stop losses and stuff. And it's been good to see a lot of you guys have been learning about that. And then common ways, long sell. We'll go off about trading long and things like that. All types of trading short options, going about all the different examples of options and stuff like that. So this one's gonna be pretty fun. It's gonna take a while, but the when it's done, it'll probably be anywhere from like 3 to 5 hours, because as much as I do all the explaining stuff, there's gonna be like an explanation part in the beginning where it's the majority of the time is just me talking about, hey, here's how you add regression lines, here's how you add channels, here's how you add trend lines, here's how you add Fibonacci levels, Elliott waves, all that type of random stuff, right? Some spammers spamming me on YouTube. And then after that, what it'll do is there'll be the execution of finding it in real time and trading off of that knowledge. And then I'll be building quizzes into the video as well. And then maybe making some type of free flashcard thing as far as patterns are concerned, where you have to realize where the neckline is and then the breakdown point and that type of stuff. That stuff's more iffy. I may just have that in a separate video there, but it's going to be a good process. And I've actually started on it. I've tried to do this a few times before, but I just haven't had the time. Now that I've actually had the time and I've I don't have to deal with my grandparents' drama as much, to be frank. So I just have much more time to focus on my work and not have to worry about her calling me or arguing with me about something random, because I make money through investing and through YouTube. She doesn't think that's a real job. She doesn't think investing is a real job. So it's my job to kind of say well, sorry. Right? So now that I have more time to kind of do this, and my mom's much better and everything like that, I can actually drill down every single day and work for 2 to 3 hours directly on this and get a whole bunch of slides done. The thing that takes the most time though is when I actually have to do the chart analysis and do examples for you guys. Like today when I was doing, actually I think I can find it right here. When I'm going over a trading short example or a trading long example. Remember, this is back when I made those 1,000% gain Apple plays. Happen over a week, not just with the Netflix ones that happen overnight. But you can see how we did the traditional breakout. I don't talk about the technicals on this one. I just kind of show buying and selling. But you buy the traditional breakout right here. And then what I use is actually a Fibonacci regression line, which we had the low right there, the high, pulled it back down to the low right here before we started up. And then you can see how the Fibonacci extension levels, see how we hit it there, how we hit it there, how we hit it there, and how we hit it right there. It kind of bounced up perfectly. A lot of these things actually work a lot better in the stock market than the crypto market, just because of the volatility that we see. But it does work more than well enough to be used in the crypto field, if that makes sense. That's why I always tell you guys stocks are easier than crypto. But crypto, you can make money faster, but you can also lose money faster at the same time. Higher risk, higher rewards. But as long as you guys, are safe, which most of you guys are here, you're not going willy-nilly YOLOs with a mortgage or something like that, you guys are perfectly fine in the crypto market. Especially because the majority of us are just, we have our long-term holds, which are making us the most money in the long term. And then we do our swing plays and trying to buy for these little quick pops. You take your profit, you run. Then you got to wait for the next pop and set up and so forth here, right? And that's what we're hoping for Bitcoin. Bought today over the last few days with these support levels. We're kind of hoping for a bounce back up to at least 45,000. From there, we'll see if we can manage to get back up to 50, or if we're just going to get flat out stopped somewhere around about the 200 daily moving average, because we know 200 daily moving average is starting to creep back down here. So the more it comes down, the more we need to hurry up and just break out above it, because if we not, then we're heading back down to the mid 30,000s range, which will get people depressed all over again as far as crypto is concerned. And what's right there? It's not time to short right now. I mean, there are people taking gambles that it's shorting opportunities, but frankly, I think if they're taking shorts right now, or if you guys are taking shorts right now, you guys are going to need to have a very generous stop loss just in case we do pop. Because if we pop, we're popping hard. This is not. Yeah, this is like from a traditional standpoint, this is not where you want to be shorting. This is where if you want to short, you're kind of just sitting on your hands and you're just really waiting to see everything go through here. All right, let's see. And can I look at the stock AEP? Yeah, let's take a quick peek at it here. AEP, American Electric Power Company. Let's go to the daily. It's still moving up here pretty strong. It's had some pullbacks in the past, only to kind of rocket back up here. Let me see. I looked at this a long time ago, it looks like. Broke out of the all-time highs. That was a good buying opportunity here. If you're going to buy this, I'd be using the 20-day moving average as your support level, or somewhere right around here at about $101, if you want to be a little bit more generous with it. I don't. Here, let me check this out actually very fast for you. Watch list. Let's go down to the oil. Yeah, oil broke out the other day. See how it's still holding that support level and it's holding the 50-day moving average. We may see oil creep back up here a little bit unless some type of big news comes out that the Federal Reserve, not the Federal Reserve, if something happens with Russia or something like that, or some type of oil supply in the world, maybe OPEC gets a little bit mad about some stuff. We'll see what happens here. But that'll be interesting to kind of watch it, see how that plays. Right now, I have some longer term options on OXY, I think it was, off of one of you guys' recommendations, and they're up just like a teeny bit. But I'm excited to see if oil can pop back up towards 116 bucks. I think it can over the next few days here, or next week or so. And if it does, all these energy companies are going to be looking pretty well here. Is there an all-time high for this one though, or was the all-time high? Yeah, it was the all-time high here. As far as AEP, I wouldn't hold it for long, but if you can get a nice little juicy pop out of it over the next week or so, that's what I'd be aiming for. As far as long term, I don't know the fundamentals for it, but it looks fine to me right now, and it looks like it's actually been growing pretty rapidly based on how the stock is looking here. Let's go back over here to the one. There we are. Back over here. So here, I've been making the killing of these 6 days off of sheep. There you go, Island Time. Sheep's been actually pretty fun to watch. Been volatile, just like the Doge Elon has been. Those coins are going to be the most fun to trade with leverage, even though it's kind of higher risk. Right now, everything has the ability to have like a quick 5-6% pop today, guys. If we can manage to just break out above that 50 and 20-day moving averages, like again, they're very close. The current price of Bitcoin right now, according to Robinhood, is 41,700, right? And the 20-day moving average is 42,236. Or like what, $500 away from it, basically a little over 500. The 50-day moving average is at 42,060. I mean, we're so close to it, and that's what's causing us so much drama at the moment here. Everybody's just waiting purely for a whale to pump us up because the retail traders are not going to have the power to move this bad boy up. We're hoping they can, but they're not. And plus, who knows how many people are trading today since it's 4:20. Everybody's having fun getting high. After this, I'm gonna go to the dispenser and get some stuff myself. Let's see, but I've been too busy to do it to any other time. And what's right here? What's right here? Hey, Dave, you lost about 50% in SafeMoon. I'll have to do a video about what happened with SafeMoon because I actually don't know. I need to read up some more on it as well. Uh, hey, Monica. Hey, Mike. BGB Daily last 11 candles. Do you see cup and handle, or is it more like a perfect W? Not perfect W. Let's look at BGB here. I actually haven't looked at BGB. Well, I looked at it every now and again, but hasn't been on my mind is like I've been liking that staking program. I kind of wish they had unlimited slots for it though. I kind of feel like I have to be there to get that 14-day one. But if we go over here to spot trading, um, BGB here, it's been kind of weird. And this kind of happens a little bit with lower market cap coins here. Let me actually put this up on a full screen for us. It did break down. It did come down a little bit more, but it kind of just managed to hold this 50-day moving average, not really like from a technical standpoint, specifically because there's a whale or somebody that has a lot of money literally just had a massive buying position at 18 cents, excuse me, and he kept on buying and buying and buying and buying as much as he could. That kind of makes me happy for the long term of BGB, but at the same time, I was kind of hoping to be able to buy some more at a cheaper price, and I was denied that. Right? So far since those lows that we saw, Monica, we've kind of made it back about 6% return on that one, and I was kind of happy because you know I was thinking about buying some if it came down lower, but because of that wall, I ended up buying some right around like 18 cents, a little bit above it, like 18 and a quarter cents. So I bought back about 25% of my position there, or the 25 I had sold here on the breakdown, so I could just accumulate more Bitcoins. But yeah, as far as what I see right now, let me see what's going on here. Can I adjust any of this type of stuff at the moment? I need to pull out the mouse tool. There we go. Barely holding on there. It's not going to be as reliable as that one, but we can give it a shot. I haven't broken out yet. Actually, let me see if I can actually do a Fibonacci extension on this one if they have it. Trend-based Fib extension here. Yeah, we are going to hit a level of resistance right here. That'll be interesting. If I can... I swear, this is always annoying when other people try to use the Coinbase. All right, here we go. Extend lines. There we go. We're hoping just to get back above the 20-day moving average practically. If we can do that, then yeah, then we this it's more like a small ascending triangle here is what I'm going to be going off of. Kind of using the resistance over here, or you can even use the Fibonacci levels right here, and hoping just to break back above that and try to get back up here towards 20 cents levels, and then we should be fine. But you know, we're just kind of we're recovering from a double top, break the neckline, fall down, right? And now we're recovering just because, I mean, with the market cap is still probably under $100 million. If somebody has like $10 million of BGB they want to buy, they're going to be buying it at certain key places around here, right? In fact, actually, let me do one thing first, Monica, and let me go over here and level 2 data right over here. I don't see any massive walls, 11,000, 10,000, nothing crazy. This guy had like 200,000 dollars he was trying to buy up on BGB tokens here, which is a little excessive if you ask me. But I mean, if this continues to go up over time, it'll be a great play, right? And it has been going up fairly well since we bought into it back in September here. Even though we had to deal with a few months of boredom, if I do say so myself, on this one. But yeah, so far it looks fine. You can do a kind of a wonky double bottom, or just kind of an ascending. Just think of the trend line kind of ascending and we're back in an uptrend. Watch out if we break down below that uptrend, but right now it seems like some force is just keeping us above it, and I assume it's just buyers still want to buy BGB. Mostly because it's not following Bitcoin technicals. Anytime you find a coin that's not following Bitcoin's technicals, and it's a low market cap coin, that's something that's really good. And I think they're going to be on more platforms later on. And I managed to talk with my contact over there about trailing stop losses. They are working on it, and it will be finished in about a month. So it sounds like from what I understood, it's a pretty tricky thing to do, because you have to make sure that everything is speedy enough to execute the trade for you. And it's a lot easier with stocks than cryptocurrencies, apparently, just because of the way the markets are kind of developed and the exchanges, the way they've been built out. But BitGet is working on trailing stop orders, and when that happens, I will let you guys know. And to be frank, I'd probably advise some of you guys to want to go into leverage to try them out over something like a Robinhood or a Webull or something like that, because the fact that you can have trailing stop losses on crypto, it really is a game changer, because it allows you to make a trade before you go to bed and still be able to walk away with a profit. Because a lot of times, if you guys are making a trade before you go to bed, and what's a better way to say this? You make a trade before you go to bed. You put down your stop loss, of course. Well, if the stop loss hits, like the price goes up by quite a bit, and then it falls back down like an ApeCoin or something like that from yesterday, then it comes back down. Then you don't get an opportunity to capture those profits. But if you have a trailing stop loss, the stop loss will go up as the price goes up. So if it does crash like at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're sleeping, then you're able to sell it at that good price, and you wake up and you're like, hey, I got stopped out, but guess what? I made a profit. That's like kind of the beauty of it, and it will allow you to take more trading opportunities while you're sleeping. Because let's face it, there are times that the market makes some big moves in the middle of the night when Asia wakes up or Europe wakes up, and it's not always about America. It's not always about the North American continent, right? So when they put that on there, I'm going to make a tutorial about how to use it, and I'm going to have them teach me how to use it first, so I actually know how to use this quite a bit, because I have access to a lot of stuff that they give me, because influencer status, whatever. So yeah, so I'll be excited to show you guys that when it does come out. I'm really excited to see that. I was so surprised that he actually knew what I was talking about, or they were already working on it. So it should take about a month. That means it's a pretty hard thing to do if it's going to take the developers a month. But I probably have other stuff to do as well. But I think they can get the job done. And when they do, I will do all the tutorials for you guys. I'll explain how everything works, because trailing stop losses really are a game changer. I love doing them in the stock market quite a bit here, especially if you're day trading. It just saves you so much grief, because you can actually like go to the bathroom while you're in the middle of a day trade. And if you're day trading and you don't have a trailing stop loss, you're stuck with just a stop loss. And even then, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I really need to be using the bathroom right now. I'll wear a diaper or something like that. I wouldn't, but you get my point, right? It makes everything just a little bit less stressful. You're a little bit more confident about how you're going into the market, and no matter what, after it kind of goes up to a certain type of price target, then you're making money. You're making money. You can sell. You can do whatever you want to with it. And what's it here? I'm looking forward to tutorials to hone my skills better. Yeah, but I'm excited to put out that tutorial, and I'll also be putting in the trading journal in there as well. I'm gonna stop giving away the trading journal at the end of April, and then I'm gonna start charging like $10 for it, and then I'll give away the free simple trading journal that I made. But I'm gonna make some money off of that trading journal, because I know pretty soon it won't be just the regulars that get it for free. It'll be people that kind of stop in here for like just a couple days. They kind of want some free stuff or whatever, and then they kind of leave. Because what I'm gonna do after that is it's $10, whatever. I'm gonna use that money to kind of actually try to get more streams out, and I'm gonna be using that specific revenue source, if you will, to fund only streams. So if crypto picks up again, whatever, and whenever crypto picks up again, and there's more viewers and everything like that, let's say I'm selling like 100 a month, maybe even more than that of that. So that'd be 100 times the $10. That'd be $1,000. I'd be using that to put probably, like I only have 2 streams up right now. I would try to have 10 to 15 streams running specifically on coins that you guys wanted to see, or the hottest coins out there. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm hoping it kind of happens around the summertime, I'm going to actually pay my sister to help me manage them, because she'll be out of school. And then, when but she's going to be learning how to do editing for me as well, to help me out, because she wants to kind of learn this world. She's like me. She doesn't like to be the entertaining side of YouTube, but she does like editing and stuff like that. She wants to learn more about it, so I'm going to help her out, and she's going to help me out by it. And I'm going to pay her above minimum wage, so she's going to be excited, because she wanted to get a job, and I was like, you're 17, you don't really need to be working right now. You need SATs, college stuff, go for it. And so maybe she'll become an editor and stuff like that later on in life. But get ready for that as well, because if that does do well, which I think it will, because it automates everything for you, right? It even tells you what you suck at as far as a trader, which is good. Don't deny what you suck at. If you do, you tend to lose money. After that, I'm hoping that whenever crypto picks up and this channel kind of gets larger, and I'm pumping out all these types of tutorials and stuff like that, as fast as I can, without rushing anything, then I believe I can have like to start off with maybe 20 streams running at once. But not including this one, like 21 when I'm live here, and that would end up being what is that equal being 20 times 50, because it's $50 a month for a stream. That would be about $1,000 a month of streaming fees just for that. But that's kind of way down the road here. But I think it'd be really fun to just kind of have a bunch of streams and just kind of have everything kind of locked down, because my thing is I want you guys to be able to see the technicals that I have on all of these charts, and you can kind of compare it to your technicals and see which one, what you're looking at, what we might be differing on, or what our opinions might be on certain trend lines, which ones are more important, which ones aren't. Because you guys may be thinking more long term than I am in certain aspects. Maybe I'm thinking more short term, or you're thinking more short term, or whatever. So it'll be kind of fun to go over that. And I don't know how that would look just yet, but I would have to figure out a way if it was going to be Bitcoin or just like an ADA versus a Matic or a SHIB versus a Luna, all that type of stuff, right? So that'll be very fun to have a chart working on that later on here, and maybe I'll do a Dogecoin SHIB stream here a little bit later on. I'm thinking I think only like 300 people look at that Bitcoin stream like every 3-4 days or something like that I have. So maybe I'll put on a Dogecoin SHIB stream if people can enjoy that one if they wanted to, as a 24-hour full time, both looking at 15-minute charts. I think I might be doing that as well here. And what's right here? And hey, Monica, congrats on almost becoming a doctor. Once you become a doctor, let us know with a little surprise Bitcoin party or something for you. You sold all your ADA and bought Ape. Ape has been pretty good. Somebody last night had a nice leverage, a 50x leverage position on ApeCoin, and I saw it went up above $16 this morning. It's been going crazy. There's a lot of people trying to pump it up. And what is it right now? It's still not at a crazy market cap, right? What's the market cap at? Ape, it's at $4.5 billion market cap. Pretty high, but not crazy high. This could continue to get pumped up over the next few days here. Definitely has an opportunity. Just be careful, because when it does drop, it will drop. Which means it'll be a great shorting opportunity, but you're going to have to wait for the right entry price here. Because if we go look over at ApeCoin right now, take a sip of tea. It was boiling when I started, so I got to sip it now. Something called brain tea. All right. All right. Well, it's actually at a support level right now, the support level from yesterday. Let's go back over to the 5-minute. Let's see. Popped up right back over here, got to 17 after that breakout there. Oh, is that making a double top here? 1 hour? Oh. Kind of a triple top, I guess you could say. Top. This better bounce. This better bounce. Let's go to the 2 hour maybe. Yeah, still double top right here. Yeah, top. Yeah. Watch out for this one, guys. This one needs a pop. Perfect time to buy if you guys want to buy in though with a tight stop loss. This would be an opportunity. You're actually seeing people buy right now for an anticipation that maybe you can get back above $16, maybe even $17 here. So keep an eye on it. This one will be we'll put it on the side right here. This one will be actually a pretty crazy ride. Put it back on the 1-minute chart here. Put it on the side for now. Keep an eye on it. Double top is forming, but it has not been confirmed. You want to see this thing pump back up, which it can do with how much retail interest there is at the moment for this coin. Let's see right here. And where to go. Oh, and yeah, guys, about that trading journal, make sure that. Oh, this isn't the right stream, but go over here. The stream I'm talking about right now. If you guys go down below right here, you'll see on the bottom, free trading journal to edit, make a copy. I'm only going to be having it for free for the next 10 days, basically. It calculates your profits, losses, taxes, everything like that, and you can put in your patterns that you use to trade off of here. And then if you use the patterns, what it'll do on the second table is it will actually tell you your success rate with trading specific types of patterns here. In the future, I hope to make a better one, but this is already a good one. But in the future, I want to make one where it's going to be so hard. It's going to take so much money. It's going to take like $5,000, something like that to do, more than I wanted to. Well, maybe not $5,000, but it's going to cost a lot. Because what I wanted to do is I wanted to also track your success on your successful rate on trading specific stocks or cryptocurrencies, right? So every time you trade Facebook, how often are you making money off of it? How much money you're losing, making on average, right? How often for Apple, Netflix, right? All that type of good stuff. If you're making good money off of it, you want to keep trading it. But if you find out you're not really making money on it in the long term, you need to move off of it for a little bit and stick to paper trading with it, or just simply move off of it. There's thousands of stocks, guys. You guys do not have to worry about just a handful. At first you guys will, but over time, after you guys make your 20, if things aren't working out on that list and you kind of find it out, you just kind of put a new one in there and you just keep on doing it until you find your good match, right? Stuff will cycle in and out. Like right now, I used to trade a lot of the tech stocks. Over the past few weeks, I've been going into consumer defensive, like the Dollar Tree, stuff like that. That's been really good. Oil is still good if you ask me. The oil plays here, the oil industry plays. And then I've also been, shorting the stuff like Netflix, healthcare. I've been kind of watching with a little bit of eye to see if they start falling back down a little bit more. Waiting to see if there will be any more responses to another wave. I don't think so because we're heading into summer here. So if we get the chance, I'm going to have some fun and see if we can actually get above, watch some of those healthcare stocks fall because the government's not giving them billions of dollars every year. Hey, David, I know it's such a thing. There was a trailing stop loss. Sounds very useful. It is extremely useful, but for whatever reason, a lot of crypto exchanges don't have it. I heard that Bybit has it, but they're not in America, right? I think they're in Europe and maybe Asia. But if we go over here to Robinhood, I don't know no, I do know my information. Hold on. Pull this off here. Log in. Oh, geez, it's sending a code to my phone. I have my phone out of my case, so it's like the most jeopardized it's ever been. So, all right. So putting this back on here now, I think I've still had the same stock in here just for fun, and it's actually called Fun. But if we go over here to like something like a Tesla or something, and I wanted to like trade it, I think I could. Market order. I would have to have something that I've already bought here. Hold on. Fun and sell fun. Trailing stop order. No, trailing stop order. Okay, yeah. So it's like this. So fun is at currently $2.14. I could have, I don't know how much I own here, but basically it would be good to canceled, and has a trailing stop loss of 5%. So if it keeps on going up, it's never going to trigger. But as soon as it drops 5% from whatever high it reaches, even if it's today's the last high it gets to, right, then it'll automatically sell it for me, and I don't have to worry about it. So it's very, very useful. They have it for stocks, not crypto on Robinhood, which is kind of annoying. That's like the only reason I have this. I bought this specifically to teach you guys to not play with pump and dumps because pump and dumps don't do well. And I think, well, actually, hold on. 3 months, year. It pumped up and then it's been coming back down, but I bought it back on the pump. That was my thing back in the day, saying, hey, don't buy this. You're going to regret it. And all you see is it has like mini pumps, but that's called being a bag holder. I need to sell it so I can take it off on taxes or something like that. ApeCoin's still trying, guys. If you guys want to, if it's going to try to hold the double bottom here, and not, if it's going to try and not hit that double top, right now is the time to buy if you want to get into that one. No. There we go. And it almost actually had a double top right here, but it managed to curl back up above that level. Okay. Let's see. And hey, Jay, Grandma will be proud of both you and your sister. Oh, I know. My grandma's a very controlling woman. She was very, very mad that I didn't want to go work at Boeing because my whole family's worked for Boeing. Like great grandparents, Boeing. Uncles, aunts, Boeing. Mom, Boeing. Dad, Boeing. I did not want to work for Boeing. They don't even have pensions anymore. Everybody that I know worked there. They get pensions. I don't get pensions. I'm not doing that. You kidding me? It's the 2000s. I can be greedy. But what do you call it? But yeah, she'll be fine with it. I've had my grandmother blocked on my phone for like the past like 2 months now, and my life has never been more stress free. I think you guys actually noticed a change about me like 2 months ago or so, where I just started getting more happy. It was the day after I blocked my grandmother. That's the main reason. And also, I started exercising more and eating healthier and stuff like that. But I'd been doing that already. The blocking of the grandmother made my heart happy. But what do you call use trailing stop losses if you have access to them in the stock markets. They're definitely worth it. TD Ameritrade has them, Fidelity has them, Webull has them, Robinhood has them. No matter which account you guys use as far as trading stocks, it should have them. And if they don't, move over to an exchange that does have them. But I think if Robinhood and Webull has them, a lot of other coins, a lot of other stocks should apps should have them as well, or platforms should have them as well. Did I get rich on Netflix put options? I mean, I made like 1,300% back on them today, like 1,200 something percent back on them today. So I did pretty well. I pretty much just put the money into crypto, to be frank. I used it for some of the buys that I had today, and then I also filled up my tank of gas. Now I was like, investing is letting me afford gas or some cheesy thing like that. I sent a picture to my mom, and she thought it was funny because she knows I don't ever worry about the gas prices. Like whenever I'm driving her to like a doctor's appointment or something like that, she's like, "Oh my god, gas prices are so expensive," and I was like, "Oh yeah, they are," right? Because I normally just put the card and I kind of ignore it and I kind of look at the last end price. But when it's kind of funny because whenever I go shopping around here or go get gas, I don't know if you guys have them. I think they're like around the world. There was if you guys look at the price of your gas, there's right now I'm looking at like 90% of the gas stations I go to. There's like a picture of Joe Biden, and it's like I did that, and I'm like, dude, whoever is doing this meme marketing here in the in this modern day age, whoever decided to do that, that guy's a freaking genius. Now, not to get political or anything like that, like a marketing aspect, like from a political aspect, that is a genius move, and I can't even believe somebody did that. I've never seen that happen before. I could even imagine back in 2008 when the gas prices were high as well. You could see even George Bush doing it, but maybe there's a shoe being thrown at him or something like that. Oh my God, there was so much stuff you could do with high gas prices. But I mean, Obama had somewhat high gas prices, but they kind of went down to his administration. Trump kept them really low and actually made them even lower. And then kind of COVID hit, made them really low. And then we kind of got a recovery. We're kind of in a neutral zone. Then we kind of got higher again. So it's the gas prices have been kind of all over the place. But oil stocks are something you guys should be looking at. I know, or they've been saying oil prices are going to come back down. They're going to come back down. I think there still is some choppiness to be looking forward to in the oil market. So keep an eye out for that, guys. It's like an excellent trading journal, easy to track. Like it, yeah, exactly. By the way, what is your poll results? Can't see it. So right now, 12% of you guys want tutorials, 8% want news, 42% want technicals, and 38% want breakouts. So the way I'm gonna do breakouts is probably just make them short and sweet in less than 60 seconds. And by that, I mean I'm going to do them like how I did the shorts here. So, no, that's not what I want to do. There we go. So you guys know when I gave you guys my Netflix crash one right here. Uh, this is 9 days ago. Oh, okay. So I did two Netflix videos for you guys. One that had 175 views and one right here. I did Tesla to 782. If Tesla gets rocky here over the next few months, I think we might be going back down to like the $800 level. NVIDIA Death Cross, and I do a whole bunch of these little things here. But there was one video where I did this. I don't know if it actually played the desktop audio here for you.
Hey everyone, Netflix is about to go wild here, so keep this on your watch list.
There you go. But you can see, I talked about this either being a also play actually.
Now we're having earnings report for tomorrow.
Yeah, basically, guys, I said, hey, we're either going to have a double bottom here where there's going to be a W forming. We're going to try to go back up towards $400 level, or more likely, because we're hitting earnings report and the economy is not doing too good. I told you guys I was buying 300 strike price puts expiring next Friday, not this Friday, next Friday. Should have done this Friday, to be honest. But what do you call So they hit. I know some of you guys actually went all the way down to like 250 strike price. Some of you guys were wild with this YOLO play here, and some of you guys even had greater percentage returns than I did, which I think was like awesome. But I had this video right here, and this was kind of a breakdown level saying, hey, watch out for that one. I'm buying some YOLO plays. And then the Netflix crash one right here. I also talked about this one, and kind of in a similar way here. Let me turn down the desktop audio here. I can kind of play it out. I told you guys that we were hitting this trend line here, and how we had some nice breakdowns here over the past few weeks, and how we're most likely looking for another breakdown to come pretty soon. And that red line right there was actually at 245, 244, 243, something like that. And so then when we went after Netflix here, we went after Netflix, it actually went all the way down today to like what was it? Way past that level. Way past that level. That level was right here. We stopped there for like a minute, like literally a minute, and just kept on going. It turned into a little bit of resistance, but I mean, we kept on chucking. I made much more money than I thought I was going to be on those puts because I overslept, and I told you guys yesterday I was going to sell at open, and I was asleep, woke up, checking for Elon 420 tweets. Finally got out of bed, took a shower, and then I was looking on TD Ameritrade while I was actually in the shower, and I was like, okay, let me sell it. So I ended up selling it kind of right around here. It went down even higher, lower. But it was still a really fun thing to trade, and I'm glad some of you guys made some good money off it as far as the earnings play is. Because normally I don't like to play earnings, but I like to do YOLO plays on earnings, and that was a great YOLO play here. And there we go. ApeCoin still looking to have a little bit of a boost here. It looks like it's getting back above that moving average. There we go. Oh, what's right there? Am I planning to buy 4 new coins in Robinhood? We can buy a 100K coin for $3. No, not really. I don't really buy coins on Robinhood too much. The next time I buy a coin that's kind of on Robinhood or on Webull or one of these other exchanges here, it has to be a low market cap coin. That's really the key. That's the key. If we can do that, and I don't know if there's any regulations about this stuff right now, or if the SEC is kind of looking into this type of stuff. But if they can put, like, remember when I bought Dogecoin on Robinhood, I bought it at a 400 and 500 million valuation. That's how cheap the market, that's how low the market cap was back then. And then of course I went to the tens of billions, and that's where you got the thousands of percents of profit that I got off of those coins. Everything right now on Robinhood, I don't think is really that high of that low of a market cap where I can say, wow, if Robinhood people go crazy over this coin, then boom, I'm gonna buy the crapola of it right now, right? And that's why I've been going to more longer term plays that are kind of more grinding, like the BGB, which is up like 200-300% since I bought it. Which I bought it at 6 cents. It's up to like 19-20 cents right now. So it grows slowly but surely. Next time Robinhood has a coin like that with a low market cap on it, that's when I'd be much more excited to buy into it. Because if we go back over here to the Robinhood, I think I should still be logged in. Crypto. So you got Matic. Oh, well, we can just go over here very quick and do it kind of at the same thing. Or I can just pull this up right here perhaps. Yeah, okay. So Matic right now has $11 billion market cap. I'm not going to buy that. Shiba Inu has $13-14 billion market cap. Not buying that. Solana, what is Solana at right now? $35 billion. Not buying that. Compound, that has... Where is Compound at, actually? That might be a little bit lower than everything else, maybe. Well, let me just search for them. Compound is at about $1 billion market cap. That's the lowest one I can see right here. Also, it's at $146, which kind of hurts the price because I like to have them under a penny as well. Bitcoin, not even going to mention that one. Bitcoin SV, that one's been on there for a while. Never actually kind of popped off from that. But let me see what the market cap is there for that one. 1.6 billion. Bitcoin Cash. I don't want to even look at that one up. But Dogecoin, that one's pretty high up there as well. Litecoin's pretty up there. Ethereum's really high up there. And Ethereum Classic. What is Ethereum Classic at? 5 billion, right? So I'm looking at something that most likely be under $1 billion market cap, and the only one I can see right there is Compound. And then it goes to my problem with Compound here. My problem with Compound happens to be that from a mega move perspective, not about a long-term hold. Compound fine for long-term hold, but for a mega move down the road, a coin has to be able to fool new investors into thinking they can make astronomical returns. Compound right now is at $146. Dogecoin was like 0.0024. So everybody had this nice goal of a penny, and then reaching up above a penny, $1. Nice and easy kind of move up. For Compound, people are going to say, well, I don't even own one Compound, or I own 2 Compound, maybe 3 Compound max, something like that, right? And so it makes it harder for people to kind of justify moving the price up because, oh my gosh, Compound's at $145. I don't know about that. But at the same time, Dogecoin, was like, oh, it's at 0.0024. Ooh, you kind of have to understand that people are not smart when they first kind of hop in the market. They're usually going for the lowest price. They have no reasoning, or they don't pay attention at all to the market cap of the coins. And you kind of have to calculate. You have to put some newbie trader stupidity, ignorance, if you will, into the calculation there, and that will help you out when making those types of plays. But it's there's no coin right now that kind of melts that blend. You would want a coin that's under a penny right now on Robinhood or Webull, and then from there you'd want it to have a market cap of under $1 billion, preferably, hopefully under $500 million market cap. But now, because of all the new people on Robinhood, as soon as that's released, the coin is going to freaking skyrocket. We're kind of waiting to see if they'll do that now, but then that comes to the fact that you guys are going to have to kind of guess on which coin there, because the best thing you could do actually here is if you guys find a coin that does pop up on Robinhood in the future, and it has like a $500 or $1 billion market cap, and it pops up to like $1 billion or something like that down the road, like let's say $1 billion after it goes live on Robinhood, I would load up on it. Like you can like buy a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there over time, because then by the next time we have this altcoin season or we have another big all-time high rally, that thing will launch like a rocket. Again, under a penny is what you're looking for, and again, you want it to have a lower market cap under $1 billion. And it has to be on Robinhood. It has to be on Webull. It has to be on one of these other exchanges. I'm surprised Webull hasn't figured this out yet. They could overtake Robinhood basically by just going through that simple pattern and saying, hey, let's find the coins that do this, and then we'll be good to go. But of course, there may be some problems with that, because if Robinhood or Webull goes and buys a whole bunch of coins so they can sell them to you on the exchanges, right? Well, that's not going to really move the price too much, because they might have a way to kind of buy it in bulk. The problem about it is the problem comes into play when if they release it onto their exchanges and the price goes up, well, the SEC see a problem about that. Like, they only bought the coin so they can make a bunch of money off it as it rose from 500 million market cap to $2 billion, the $5 billion market cap, something like that, right? And right now the SEC is kind of like freaking stupid. Let's just call it that. They're causing problems where there really shouldn't be any problems. They're going after high yields accounts in crypto. And high yield accounts are probably the best way for those who do not have enough money to have a legitimate savings account. That's the key right there. And they're going after that one thing. Not all the other stuff that's going on in the crypto market, like the scams and the frauds and all the bots and stuff like that. No, they're going after people that have high interest yield accounts in crypto. It really doesn't make much sense that they're spending their limited resources, because Congress doesn't want them to have a backbone. They're spending their limited resources on stupid stuff like that. It really doesn't make much sense, except for if you think about it, they're kind of bought and owned by Wall Street. And Wall Street, for the moment, doesn't like the fact that they're able to have 10% yields for a year for just holding stable coins like USDC or USD or Terra or anything like that, right? They don't like it. So they're going after them and doing cease and desist. And what does that mean? It doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to do it, in fact, if you already have an account open, but it means you will not be able to open up a high interest yield account once they start saying, hey, stop this until we finish off the lawsuit here. And if you guys don't have a Voyager account, I've linked to it down below, but you guys should have a Voyager account, a Coinbase account, something like that set up with those high interest coins in there, just so you're part of the program. So if they do get hit by a cease and desist by a local attorney general, or if they get hit by the SEC, you already have an account, so you're not going to be in trouble. You're not going to be hit by that. You're not going to be not able to open one in the future. Even if you guys only want to put $5 into it now, it still can be helpful to you guys down the road. And I really encourage you guys to look at it. Whether it's Voyager that I like, or any of these other ones, like I like Voyager because Voyager gives you like 12% a year for Polkadot, 9% for USDC. They're really good things, but again, you compare 9% a year with Voyager versus like 0.05% or something like that with Wells Fargo, Chase, anything like that. You're going to go with Voyager, right? So banks don't like that because they need your money to make money. In the most simplest of terms, right? Let's see right here. Hey, Mike, I just got your notification. Are Bitcoin and Doge going to crash? Right now, we're at level of resistance. So we're not looking to crash at the moment. We're looking to actually break out here. As far as ApeCoin is on the side here, it's trying to break out and get back above this 50 moving average here, but it's kind of bouncing off of the support at $15.55. As far as Bitcoin here, we'll talk about it again here for a second. Should have made it hotter. My voice is all scratchy today for some reason. All right, let's go back over here to Bitcoin though. We can watch this one pan out. This one, it's looking weaker and weaker here. It needs to pop before it gets pushed down here. Okay, but Bitcoin over here. Let's go to the daily chart. What we were looking at a little bit ago was actually Fibonacci extensions. This is the other. We can use this Bitcoin chart for a minute. And we were looking at some of those key levels of resistance. Before we even start going into the Fibonacci extensions, what do we have? We have the 50-day moving average here and the 20-day moving average blocking our path. If we break out above them, which will probably be either later on tonight or more early morning or so, I would assume, that's where we're going to have that big move, and that's where we're going to break out above them. That'll be really good. But those are the two levels of resistance we need to worry about. And then on top of that, we have the weekly chart right here. What do we have as well? The 20-week moving average. That's also a level of resistance. They're all kind of really close together. So we're just trying to get back above around like $43,000. And if we can do that and close above it, then we'll be in a really good spot. We may even get up to $44,000 today if we can really get a good bounce off of this, because we're going to have to break out above multiple moving averages, which means a lot of power, which means longer candles, which means great returns for us, right? Okay. So firstly, on the daily chart here, if we were to kind of put a Fibonacci extension level over here, I know we have this Fibonacci level right here, but just kind of ignore it. The one of the Fibonacci extension level I'm going to be pulling up, it'll have the color background kind of filled in here for us. So we're just going to go from the low. Oh, that's not the right one. That's Fibonacci retracement. There you go. Right there, pack it down. You can see right now that Fibonacci level goes right up here to where we were last time when we weren't able to break out above it. That level is, give or take a few bucks here because I didn't do the magnet. It's around 42,237. And the current price is 41,590. So we're pretty close to it. We're just trying to break out above it. That's what the main goal is here. We're trying to creep up and boom and not kind of curl back down, because that'd be unfortunate here. If we fall tomorrow or today and if we break down below this low right here, oh boy, it's kind of everybody buy or get ready to be, burned, lose some money, right? But that's that level of resistance right there at about 42,200 levels ish. And then we got this other one over here. It's a little bit longer term, but it's still pretty useful for us as well. Going back over here to this low. Going back down to here for this pullback. And again, it's still in that pretty much same area, a little bit higher, but still in that zone. Still in that zone right here. And if we're able to break it back above this, you can see how it kind of matched up with that level of resistance right here. No. Hold on. No, wrong one. Hold on. My bad. Well, then we got to get popped back up here. Oh, I see. Okay. By the 200 daily moving average, which is already right there. And you're just starting to see the 200 daily moving average creep down just a teeny bit here. What was the other thing here? If we go to the weekly chart. Low. You can see we're right there. We're just trying to break out above it. We're just really trying to break out above it, basically, to make somewhat more of a U pattern to get back up here towards $48,000 again. Whether or not we make it, who knows? But come on, guys, we have to make a move here today or tomorrow, hopefully. Most likely today, to be honest. We have to make a move today if we want to see this have a nice surge up like by 5 or 6% plus for Bitcoin. Who knows how much that'll drive your altcoins up. That'll be a crazy move for the altcoins. I've been buying some more nibbles in here, even larger nibbles as well. Even if we do break down, I'm going to be happy to continue holding on to these because I think I'll still make money over these in the long run. And that's the main reason here. But okay, let me take this back down. So we're faced with a whole bunch of resistance, but we're hoping that whales can kind of give the middle finger to the resistance, so to speak, and that'll drive us up a little bit higher. All right, now we go back over here. Let me see if ApeCoin managed to survive, or if it actually did fall down below that level. Oh, yeah, okay, it did fall down below that level. That's what I said. It has to be able to move it up. Getting too close there. So ApeCoin broke down. It could be a good shorting opportunity here. Still too volatile for me to want to touch this, but it definitely would be fun to play around with it just a little bit here. Kind of looks like Netflix. There we go. Is the fear of the Fed coming down on these interest rates driving VAGX down? Yes. In part, yes, because everybody's afraid of what these lawsuits will do. Think of the same type of thing what happened with XRP with its lawsuit. It drove so much downward pressure on the coin. VGX Voyager will be a great long-term hold. A great long-term hold. Buy some if you get the chance to. At least, not financial advice, whatever. But, it'll be great for a long-term hold, especially any price under $4, like kind of like here. But get ready for more lawsuits to come for any company that gives you high interest yields. They're going to come after them. They just are. The system is kind of too corrupt, if you ask me, to really deal with that. I am going to try to call my local senator tomorrow, Patty Murray, or at least her office and her staff, because she's a pretty high up person in Congress. I don't know if she'll actually answer the phone. She's never before. And then I'm going to ask them about the SEC attacking high interest yields. Not saying that I'm a YouTuber, but just go over there and say, hey, what do what do you think about this? Can you like give me the logic behind it, please, as a representative, because it feels like they're going after the poor people for having high interest yields to protect the banks, stuff like that, right? And I'll see her response and I'll let you guys know what she says. What did this fall down to? Like a matter of seconds, this went down a cool 2% here. Yeah, geez, ApeCoin's having some fun over there. Jasmine coin? No, probably not for me. I've never been really interested in Jasmine coin personally. It could be, I mean, it can be volatile. I've day traded it and swung traded a little bit here, but I don't really buy Jasmine coin for a long term hold here. Um, do I have? I don't think I do. Maybe I don't know. I don't think I do. It might be in some kind of like random wallet of mine, but I don't think I do. But yeah, I'm not. I have my money in more larger things, if you ask me, as far as stuff with more utility. And hey, Michael, push baby push. Yeah, we're really hoping for Bitcoin to have a good day today. We almost feels like even on this 15-minute chart, you can almost see like almost like a shoulder, head, kind of a shoulder right there, hoping to break out. We kind of did break out here, didn't really do much, and hoping to kind of just break out above the 42,107 level. That's really the support level we had earlier. This line's been here for a while now, guys. And today during the live stream, I was watching with you guys, and I was like, "Come on, we can do it," and we did not do it. We got pumped back down hard down here. Shorts took full advantage of it, and you saw some self. Excuse me. But overall, guys, it's nothing to really be worried about. Everything's in an okay place. We're going to be watching to see if we can make a strong move here. Find some of those coins that are kind of moving up faster and faster, and those are going to be the ones you guys can hop on and have some day trades. If you guys have TradingView, and if you guys pay for, I think, one of the more premium plans, not the most expensive one, but maybe the middle tier plans, or the Pro or the Basic or something like that, I forget what they're called. Do yourself a favor and open up all 8 charts, and then look for the ones that are kind of popping up and so forth, and they will allow you to actually have multiple chart layouts. If you guys can, you guys will start to see when a rally is starting to hit up with a little bit of volume, like an igniter candle, if you will, or an igniter candle with the volume stick up there. And then from there, you could buy it and kind of ride the wave up a little bit, and then take your profits as you will. It'll be really good for you guys to practice that type of strategy with your leverage positions. And then if you want to do paper trading with it, go for it. If you want to trade with real capital, go for it. But guys, those type of moves are really fun to watch, especially what we were watching with ApeCoin yesterday. When that move starts up and you start to see it go up and up and up before that real long candle that kind of pops up. As far as, let me see if we can find it actually here for ApeCoin from yesterday. Start seeing where it's going up, up. And before we get to this really long candle stuff, there's a really long candle. You have an opportunity to buy. And then afterwards, it's kind of like, you kind of miss the boat a little bit there, because every time you thinking about buying it, then you're like, uh-oh, what if it just crashes back down? What if it just crashes back down? Then you get more and more scared because you have a higher, you're too high, and you kind of get, afraid of heights, so to speak, in a trading sense. So if you guys can do that with TradingView, I think you guys will be very well off as far as making some good trades over the next few days here, next few hours as well. Especially since Bitcoin's kind of doing nothing. If Bitcoin's doing nothing, that's fine for us. That gives us an opportunity to have some random plays kind of pop off here and there. If this would just, geez, ApeCoin. There you go. And right now, I mean, look at this 15-minute chart. This has just been bleeding down here since it hit this little peak. It's come down about 12, 13%. Yowza. This will actually have to have a little bit of a reversal here pretty soon. So that may still be a good buying opportunity. Last time it came back down around here, it did have a nice low return, but this is a double top here, guys. Woo, so watch it come down, see where it can land. You might have some good buying opportunities as it hits the Fibonacci retracement levels. Do I think Doge Lawn Mars will be the next Shiba Inu? What's the market cap on this one? 600 million? Yeah, yeah, I mean, I think it'll be fine. I think this would be fine to hold for a long-term YOLO play. I sold off all of my Doge Elon today. Technically yesterday's day candle, because it did have this big old pop, and I was like, oh, sweet, I'm out. I will probably put in maybe 300 bucks back into it, and maybe 400 bucks back into it, and then maybe YOLO it in there, specifically for a larger move. But that's really only because it fits some criteria that we talked about earlier. Under a penny, low market cap. Not on a major exchange like a Robinhood or Webull, but I think 2 out of 3 ain't bad. It'd be a YOLO in my eyes, nothing more. That I want to stress that. It would not be because they have some type of crazy technology that would really transform the way we think about cryptocurrencies and the blockchain. No. This would be something like why I bought into Dogecoin in the first place a little bit without the Robinhood factor into it, and that's why I wouldn't be putting as much money into it. Right, back in the day, I put like $600-700 into Dogecoin just because it was so cheap, and I mean I had some winnings from a couple of options trades, and I was like, okay, let me have some fun with this. But yeah, this is probably going to be a good long-term hold here. Now, it did just bust up 37%, and it's down a little bit after that if you go to the daily charts over here. But I still think it'd be fine if you guys wanted to have a nice little YOLO play on it. Maybe down the road, I will put on a Doge Elon chart or something like that. Maybe well, we have a Dogecoin, Bitcoin, probably Sheeb, Doge, Elon. Maybe I'll make the other chart turn into that, and you guys can watch that if you want to and have some fun with that one as well. So I'll do that as well. And hey, Michael, so much resistance? Yeah, definitely. And Jasmine, I'm not really buying Jasmine for a long-term hold, but as far as the swings are considered, it's fun to swing trade. It's fun to day trade. I have fun with it quite a bit. Just be careful because sometimes when it likes to go down, it really does like to go down here. So just be aware of that one for sure. All right. But okay, buddy, I will see you guys tomorrow night at 7 o'clock again. I think I'm going to move the time back to 7 o'clock for tomorrow as well. I have to go to Nordstrom's with my sister and buy her some stuff for prom. So she's going to enjoy that quite a bit. So I will see you guys later on tonight. Keep an eye on these resistance levels. If you guys don't know, use the Fibonacci extension levels. I'll make a tutorial about it later on tomorrow so you guys can have some fun with that. And keep an eye out for the 20-day moving average, the 50-day moving average, and then on top of that, we have the 20-week moving average. If you guys can look at those levels of resistance, they're all really close together right now. If we can break out above those levels, we're golden. We're going up like a 5-6% on Bitcoin today. If not, we will get pushed down probably about 2% today, minimum maybe 3-4% if things look really, really bad, if shorts kind of get involved here. But either way, you're going to see some really crazy candles, and it'll be really fun coming off of whales, not retail traders, whales. So have a good day, everybody, and I hope you guys